It's expensive to be made.
Welcome to Bravo's Moms Unfiltered, the podcast where real moms spill the tea on all the things Bravo and the chaos of everyday life.
We're your hosts, Allie and Crystal, two Bravo-assessed moms who aren't afraid to say what everyone's thinking completely unfiltered.
From Housewives drama to mom life meltdowns, we're here to break it all down with humor, honesty, and maybe a little bit of bitching.
So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and get ready for some unfiltered fun. Welcome back, Bravo moms. We'll get started. Should we just start with Vanderpump Villa, episode 1?
Yeah.
All right, so this season they are in England. Most of the cast from last season is back. Hannah and Marciano are actually back, even though Lisa let them go last season. We learn that Hannah and Lisa got close after she lost her dog. And by lost, I believe her dog was either got loose and ran away or was kidnapped. And I vaguely remember seeing this. So her and Lisa Vanderpump got close after that. I don't think she ever found her dog. And then she also brought Marciano back, and he said he has a lot of stress back home because of the whole Mormon wives drama, which obviously we know.
Yeah.
I think he's got a lot of Botox. Did you watch?
He's got a lot of Botox.
Right? Like
Too
since last
much.
season?
Like
Yeah, his
wax
face is
figure
like,
almost.
yes.
Yeah, it's too much.
And I I don't know why Lisa brought him back. She said she had a change of heart. I think she brought him back because of the drama, and she knew he was going to make good TV after the whole Mormon wives thing, in my opinion. So we kind of meet some of the new staff. She lets them go have a night on the town before the first guests arrive. That's 12 hours before they come. Alyssa and Sam from last season are back. They kind of had a fling last year, and then he did her dirty. And we learned that Sam and Hannah have been texting, and not only texting, but sending some nudes back and forth. And Hannah is in her, I can't say because he is here, but in her let's kind of sleep with everyone phase, she says. Alyssa's roommate and best friend Meredith is now a part of the gang. And we learned that for the premiere of last season, she met Gabriel's ex, Andre, and she ended up sleeping with him. And Gabriel doesn't know this, but she told like half the cast on the night out. So then they play a game, and it's an anonymous game, and I think it was that they had to put like something that they did in a box, and they read it, and they have to guess who did it. So Meredith ends up putting in the box that she slept with Andre, and this is the first time Gabriel is finding out. So all it says is that I slept with Andre. And so almost everyone knows this Meredith because she just told everyone. So Gabrielle finds out and she is not happy. She's like, I thought you were a girl's girl. And why didn't you tell me? Like, you should have just told me instead of telling the whole group. And she's like, why? I can just tell whoever I want. It's my story to tell. And she goes, I don't regret it. And I was like, "Ooh, you are not getting on Gabrielle's good side right now." And then let's see what happens. Hannah and Marciano talk, and Hannah says, F all the Mormon wives. And she has his back. So she believes him and what he says. It is the first day of the guest, and it is Lisa Vanderpump's nephew. Yeah, nephew. His wife and his friends are coming to the castle, and then they're having someone named Ekin Sue from Love Island, UK coming, and then Stassi is also coming. So they're having all of these 3 guests coming within a matter of days. This year's bonus is 50,000, and like I said, the first guests are from London. They are her nephew Sam Vanderpump. And then they have Ekin Sue from Love Island, UK. I never watched Love Island. I don't know who she is. And because they're in England, she wants to have a British butler. So they have a butler named Lewis this season. Sam Vanderpump does a TV show, and it's called Made in Chelsea. So he's also kind of in that reality world, I guess. Never heard of it, never seen it, but he's on that. We have a new bartender, Charlie, and he came from money. He says when his grandpa died, his grandpa left him money for his schooling. So he was able to go to a very elite school like Harvard or something up there. And his dad was a director, but when the '08 crash happened, their lifestyle changed. And he said he used to go to a school where kids would use their parents' credit cards. So that's kind of the wealth he was in until his dad felt the crash of '08, and they kind of had to live a more simpler life, he said. So
Yeah.
he said he's been living in that high life, and now he's here. That credit card debt like the rest of us, he said. And let's see what else. So Sam Vanderpump arrives, and Louis the butler greets them. And all of a sudden, like an hour into Sam being there, production is like scrambling around trying to follow Lewis. And we learned that Lewis told them he doesn't want to film unless they unplug the cameras. So Lisa's like, let me go talk to him. She tries to go down to talk to him, and the cameras follow. And he said, I'm not doing the cameras, and locks himself in the bathroom and won't film or talk. This is like an hour into the first guest. So Lisa actually ends up running, trying to find him because he runs off with production. And she's supposed to have tea time with her nephew, Sam. It's like 10 minutes before tea time. Lisa Vanderpump gets him like a go-kart or like a golf cart and is trying to chase after Lewis to talk to him and find out what is wrong and why he doesn't want to talk. And she can't find him, so she ends up going to tea with Sam. And we find out that Sam's dad, so do you remember on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills when Lisa was on, and we learned that Lisa's brother passed from suicide?
Mhm.
That was Sam's dad. Yes, I know. Yeah.
So that would be Lisa's nephew.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's
Mm-hmm.
Lisa's nephew. Okay.
That's Lisa's nephew. And so she said she feels very connected to him, and not just like a mother figure, but also like a father figure to him too, because he doesn't have a dad.
Mhm.
So we also learned that Sam and Alice, his wife, are expecting a baby, and they're expecting a baby boy. What else does she say? Oh, and we learned that Alice saved Sam's life. His body's starting to shut down, and I forget what it was. I don't know if I wrote it down. Oh, he almost died when his body shut down. I don't remember what it was, but she ended up rushing him to the hospital and ended up saving him. So he has some type of, I want to say, autoimmune disease or something. So that's also why Lisa is kind of protective of him, because she doesn't want to lose him after losing her brother. So back to the staff. The staff is talking about Lewis and him running off. Gabriella thinks Lewis left the job because of the job in reality TV. A lot of them were saying it's really hard if you've never been done a reality TV show before. It's really hard to kind of transition into that. So they think the pressure of that and of the job just made him want to leave. Let's see. Hannah tries to get with this new guy, Charlie, and Marciano is very annoying this season. He's like super jealous of Hannah trying to move on. And I was like, I don't understand why he's doing this. He literally is in a heap of drama himself. Why is he trying to go after Hannah that he's
Because
been
of
with
the
when he,
story. He
yeah,
wants to keep
like,
the storyline going. He
yeah,
wants to be a Jax Taylor.
for sure.
Yeah.
Marciano says that him and Hannah hooked up um, right before they left for the airport to come here. I don't know if that's true or not. That's what he says. Tina is one of Sam's guests, and she actually hooks up with one of the staff named Nick. Stassi arrives, and Stassi talks to Lisa, and she said she's surprised that Hannah and Marciano are back, but she said, I cannot wait to talk to Marciano about Mormon wives. She says she's a big fan, and that's the first thing she's gonna do is talk to him and confront him about it. So she actually finds him, I don't know where they're at, maybe in the kitchen. And she's talking about reality TV and how she really likes Mormon wives. And Marciano walks in. And so Stassi asks Marciano, did you have sex with Jesse at the premiere party? Because you told us you did. Or at the premiere party, you told us you did have sex with Jesse at the villa. And he says now he did not. And he's sticking to that story. Even
That's
though
because
at the premiere
Jesse.
party, yeah. And so then he said he was influenced. And Stassi goes, who were you influenced by? He goes, Demi and Sheena Shea. And Stassi goes, fucking Sheena Shea. I can't get rid of her. And then he goes, what do you mean, Demi and Sheena? He said that he was on the phone with Demi, and then Sheena three-way called them. And so they were all three-way on this phone call. And he said he confided a lot in Sheena. So somehow Demi and Sheena influenced them to kind of spin the story. He said he had feelings for Demi, but it got messy when he hooked up with Jesse. So he is saying he did hook up with Jesse. He said Demi used this storyline for her personal gain, this whole storyline for her personal gain. Hannah thinks he did have sex with Jesse. He said he spent the night at Jesse's hotel, but nothing happened and he was a gentleman the whole time. So TBD, I'm hoping we learn more. But
Yeah, I wonder if Sheena said anything about this on her podcast. I feel like this has been out there.
But, like, what I wanna know, how did Demi and Sheena
I do
get
remember
how
this
did they get
Sheena getting
connected?
in the mix. I have no idea. I don't know how Sheena got involved. Like,
She seems to be involved in
they must have
everything.
met at, like, one of the
Some type of
Bravo premiere
premiere.
nights, like, where
Yeah,
everybody meets each other and then they
yeah,
become friends and stuff like that, so, I don't know.
yeah. What should we go to next? You wanna do Summer House?
Yeah, I can use somewhere else. It's episode 12, and we are close to reunion. I think there's only
Close.
1 or 2 more episodes, maybe? Yeah, I'm ecstatic. Amanda, Sierra, they end up finishing from last episode where Wes was kissing someone else and just being not appropriate in front of friends. So they start with Amanda, Sierra, Mia in Mia's room, all crying and hugging each other. And it's just it's so bad. Like, I feel like, like you're just hugging a snake. Like, you're just hugging someone
Mhm. It's
who's
so
like,
hard to it's
yeah,
so hard to watch knowing what we know.
knowing what we know, it's like already
Yeah,
seeing the end of the movie. Like the whole time we know that she was the killer.
yeah,
And so it's just a bad, uncomfortable scene for the viewers
mhm,
because we already know that Amanda's just saying things to make just saying things to make Sierra comfortable. But
yeah.
in the long run, that's not how Amanda feels about their relationship. And Amanda played it off well. Like, if they were dating or had feelings for each other at this time, like, she played a good character. Like, she would be a good villain
She had a good
because
poker face.
oh my God, she's going to be on the show. What's the Traitors?
Traders, yeah, yep,
Guarantee one of them get Traitors.
yeah.
Next year. I hope not. Please don't give them the satisfaction, traders. Please do
What if
not
the
give Wes
what if they
or
put
Amanda.
Sierra and Amanda on Traders?
Well, Sierra's already been on Traders.
You can't do it more than once?
I don't think you can do it more than once. Can
Man,
you? I think, well, some of them have come back, but they've come back as guest.
guessed.
Yeah, they've come
Shoot.
back. They've come back as like, I
I
guess you
would love to
can.
see Sierra and Amanda.
Yeah. Oh my God, she'd kill her in the first game.
I know.
And then, okay, so carry on episode 12, they hug it out. It's like sister skin crawl. Casey and Dara have a sweet, innocent, like, just talk about the relationship. Then Dara goes to the girl room and tells the ladies that last night, okay, so the night ends. And then the next morning, the following day, Dara said that Wes couldn't stop talking about how much he messed up with Sierra. Drunk feelings. So Wes also says in confession, the whole time he's been in the house, his goal is not to make Sierra upset. So then now that he does make Sierra upset, it's like almost like they made up and they got too comfortable and Wes
Yeah.
had to go and mess it up.
Yeah.
Like, he did it intentionally
Exactly.
because
He was
nobody's gonna want that happy Wes doesn't want happy-go-lucky being in a healthy relationship because
yeah.
that's not what brings viewers.
No.
So he wants and he knows how to work the system. He knows
Mhm.
that, "What do I gotta do to throw a wrench in this book? Oh,
Yeah.
let me make out with someone in front of her right while she's sitting next to me."
Yeah.
So it's too premeditated. And I'm gonna throw Jesse under the bus too, because they both have been piggybacking off each other. They've both been giving everybody in the group a heads up on situations.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And I don't know, like, why. Like a heads up before a confrontation. And so I think Wes just knows how to play the game.
Yeah,
And he's getting caught. He got caught. He got caught up in his own lies.
he did.
I just really hope anyways, they pack up, they leave. Wes asks Sierra if they would have a talk. Sierra says maybe when we get back to the house, but just not right now. She needs time. Wes also says, "You are the closest person that I have been to in the house," which is, of course, he's saying words. Men like to say words to women to make them feel giggly inside. And
Mhm.
so he used that word by saying, like, we're best friends. And I think any woman to any man that comes from a man, it's like a deeper connection because they are of opposite sex. And when it's an opposite sex and you're best friends, it's a deeper connection.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he just said it and Sierra kind of fell for it. And Wes and so they get back, they leave the house and as they're in the city for the week, Sierra meets up with Mia and her brother Nick, and they meet up with a spiritual medium to help Mia cope with her parents passing. And I thought it was really cool, but then also like some of the things that the spiritual medium said was just like, okay, so you probably saw the necklace on one of my profile
Yeah,
pictures.
yeah,
You probably saw a picture of my grandma on what year she died.
yeah,
You probably looked up on how my mother passed away and stuff like that. So I can't like I do believe that there's part of me that does believe it and then there's a part of me that some people are fake. But it it touched her and it gave her hope and it gave her some kind of healing and so I give that power and I'm glad that she was able to cope a little bit better
but
with
yeah,
her 'cause I can only imagine my parents passing away, I would be devastated, but
yeah,
hers was a little bit different, like her
hers
dad and
was,
then
yeah.
the sudden her mom, so I'm glad that Sierra was also there to help in that situation. Wes and Amanda and Kyle meet up at a bar to help with dog adoptions, and then Wes ends up talking to Amanda, and Amanda gives him advice.
I hated
And
that
again,
scene.
yeah, skin crawl, ick, like, we were reading too much into it, but they became too close, and I think, like
The signs are
yeah,
all there, I feel like, now that we
yeah.
know.
I think they just became too close, and when they
Close.
became too close, they crossed the line, and they didn't know how to cross back over. Or they didn't know how to, like, correct it or say, like,
Yeah,
"Hey, guys, we messed up. We had a one-night stand. I was in my feelings. He was there for me. It's never gonna happen
yeah,
again," you know?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
but so Amanda basically tells Kyle to, like, tells Wes to put his tail between his legs and, make up with Sierra.
Apologize, yeah.
Yeah, so they all get back to the house, so the weekend comes, and Amanda skips the trip. She skips the trip, A, because she knows that Wes and Sierra are gonna have a private moment.
Yep.
She skips the trip because she knows that she's gonna have to pay attention to somebody else besides Wes.
Mhm.
So, I just
It felt really
now
weird.
yeah.
Yeah,
So, it ends up being 2 girls to 6 guys in the house. I think it's only Dara and Sierra that are there right now,
yeah. And then
or
Mia's
Mia.
boyfriend comes, so there were 7 guys at one point.
Yeah, or Mia's there too, so maybe it's
Yeah.
3 to 7. Amanda makes the excuse that she needs time away from Kyle. Kyle says it's the best time of his life he's had in
Yeah,
this
he did. He said, "I can be myself," is what he said, right?
right? Like, he doesn't have some person staring at him. While Sierra's talking to Amanda, Wes comes in and talks to her about having an early brunch date because I guess they're all getting on a boat, so he wants to take
Ye
her and
Yeah.
talk to her. Kyle says he's enjoying himself without Amanda. He partied till 4 a.m.
Oh my god.
Then the next morning they go on the boat ride. Sincere have a heart to heart and it's just sad. It's sad that Sierra let her guard down and you like realize in reality like this happens all the time like when you
Yeah.
want to talk and you let your guard down and they just tell you what you want to hear.
And that's exactly what he was doing. I wanted to just shake her and be like, "No, do not
Mhm.
listen."
The fact that she
Oh, I know.
apologized, and
I
I
could
just
not.
lost it. I was like, "I can't, I won't." I just
I
I
almost didn't watch this 'cause I couldn't, it was so hard.
and, like, he took it. He
He
took her
did.
apology, and he
He
ate that
did.
up, and he
I
was
know.
just like, "Yeah, the hate on the internet, I take it really bad like, to heart and stuff like that," and I'm just like, "Look, you signed. You signed on that dotted line. You signed on it, and I think you thrive off of it. Like, I think it
Oh,
actually gives you
yes.
joy in your heart that people do not like you.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
you thrive off it, you use it, you probably profit off of it. Good for you, kudos. But to sit there and make a woman who actually felt for you and cared for you, like, you're
Yeah,
disgusting.
yeah.
So they made up, they kiss, or they hug and kiss it out or whatever. The whole gang ends up showing up and they're all cheering like, "Oh, the gang's back together." So, yeah, and then they like yeah, and then that was the end of that episode. So, I don't know. I felt and I think Amanda coached him on a lot of things because there was one thing where he said, "I see you, Sierra." And that's like, I kind of looked at Sierra and Sierra kind of looked up like, oh my God, that's like what Amanda said. Or maybe
Yeah.
I'm hoping it clicked. I'm hoping
Yeah,
that
that it clicked then.
it
What's
clicked
been going
then.
on.
It clicked and you were being coached by Amanda and Amanda told you what to say.
I also thought it was awkward when Wes came into her room and she's FaceTiming Amanda and Amanda's quiet. Like, it knows it's Wes, but Wes didn't know that was Amanda. And I was
Well,
like,
there's rumors going around that Amanda texted Wes that she was on
that's
the
what
phone.
I was wondering that too, because he made a comment like, "And tell whoever that is, like, something."
Yeah,
So
I
I don't
said,
know, I
"What's
was
up?"
wondering that too.
Yeah.
That felt awkward, but kinda, like, staged too,
Yeah, it
if
felt
that makes
staged.
sense.
It felt like Wes already knew who was on there and he wasn't gonna say it. Like, if he didn't know like, if he like, Wes doesn't seem the type of person to just start talking in front of someone he doesn't know.
Right?
So
I wouldn't have done that in front of someone I
yeah,
didn't know who was on FaceTime.
right. So I think he knew who was on FaceTime, and so
Yeah. Alright, let's move to Rhode Island episode 4. So we start off at Liz's house and Dolores comes over. Dolores helps her sage her house and they talk about the drama from last night.
mhm.
Liz says she drank too much and lost her SHIT with Kelsey. She felt like Kelsey co signed onto a lie to avoid her own issues. So then we learn that Kelsey and Dino had a romantic relationship at some point. So Liz is wondering if that's kind of why Kelsey reacted the way she did.
But Kelsey said they haven't. Have they? I thought
I
she
don't
said they
know.
didn't. They've
The
just been really close. And
So
when what's his face yeah.
Liz says she never had a relationship with Dino, but then Kelsey made it sound like she did, but it was very, like, traumatic and something bad happened. So I don't know,
Okay.
but this seems like a small world, like, Charleston. Like, seems like a small, small area.
Mhm. And I feel like Bravo picks that
Yes,
for a
because they
reason.
like that, yes.
They like the small
That's
town
why they
because
won't do
it's easier
Chicago.
for yeah. It's easier for rumors to spread and it's
Fred.
easier to find out information about these
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Then that's stupid.
So the ladies meet at the beach, and I love this quote that Ashley said. She said, "All the ladies look nice," and she said, "I look like a mom that tried a little bit today." And I was like, I relate so much to that because all the ladies are like nice. Their hair is down, her hair is pulled back. Like it was just funny. I just related to that. All these ladies, besides Ashley, go to like country clubs, and you can tell they do not go to a beach. Um, and they sit down and I think it was Alicia brought some food out and she said, "I have a pizza chip." And everyone's like, "What's a pizza chip?" And it's literally a pizza without cheese. And she calls it a pizza chip. She said her grandpa or someone in her family invented it. And she's like, "You don't want to go to a beach with like soggy cheese." And I'm like, I would. Pizza without cheese just sounds gross, in my opinion, but to each their own. So then we learn more about Rula. We learned that Rula met Brian, her husband, while he was actually married. And he was married to Alicia's Spanish teacher. So again, just shows you how small Rhode Island is. Kelsey explains what happened to Liz. She said she sat down next to Liz at the party and explained how she should distance herself from Dino because of the rumors. And Liz just took it too far and started yelling at Kelsey. Joe Ellen is going to Chicago for a work trip and her sister is helping her husband out. Alicia has the ladies over along with her family at her house, and her family is so funny. Did you watch this episode?
Which not the end.
Not the end. Her family is so funny, and again, it shows you how small everyone is. Her family, like, they're all intertwined with, like, I think Ashley said my hairdresser works on Alicia's aunt's and her mom's hair. So, like, again, it's a small town, so they all kind of like know each other.
Yeah.
So while they're there, so I want to say it's like four older ladies and then four of the housewives. They talk to Alicia and her about her and her fiance and how he wants her to sign a prenup, and by doing that, she'll be left with nothing And again, they talk about her name not being on the deed. Older ladies give their 2 cents and say that their husbands, they have had husbands that have wandered and they eventually left. So basically, they want her to protect herself. The older ladies asked Rula if she's happily married, and she said yes, but they have had issues. The older ladies say you don't want to always be looking over your shoulder because it sounds like that's what she's currently doing. And basically, that she needs to protect herself and come out on top. And she has to do what's right for her and her family at the end of the day, is what they also said. Liz and Kelsey meet up. Liz says she isn't proud of how she reacted. Kelsey said she had a bad experience with Dino, and that's why she reacted that way. They end up making up and moving on. So then they go, like, on this, like these weird, like, bikes, and they bike up kind of, like, up the coast of Rhode Island, and while they're sitting there or on the way up there, Rosie tells the girls why she lost her job at the news station. She said it was because she had to wear, like, the pens, like, the diapers. I don't know why. She has some type of, like, issue, she said. And she said that's why she lost her job, because she had to wear these diapers. I didn't really understand it. But the girls said it's because she had an affair with a higher up, and she ended up getting caught, and that's why she lost her job. I didn't realize she had lost her job at the news place. I thought she still worked there.
Yeah, some people
So
say she lost the jobs. She is saying that she quit or they just didn't, I don't know.
so I was like, that's I feel like there's more to the story that's gonna come
There'll
out.
be more. Yeah,
Yeah.
there'll be more.
Um, while in the car on the way up, Kelsey opens a beer bottle with her teeth, and all I could think about was the people coming into the dental office like that. Oh, I could not even imagine. She literally just goes click. Let's see what. So on the way up, it's Rosie and Ashley, or Rosie and Liz, and like this bike. It's not like a tandem bike. It's like you sit back and you like pedal.
Mhm.
And Rosie tells Liz, ask Liz, like, "What do you think of Ashley?" And she says she's okay, she's just kinda quiet. And Rosie says, "Well, I think Ashley's kinda scared of you because you are a little bit intimidating." So once they get up there, Rosie tells Ashley what Liz thinks of her. Liz said Ashley really didn't give her the time of day during the 4th of July, and I agree, I think Liz is kind of intimidating, so I would also be scared of her.
Yeah, absolutely.
While they're sitting around the fire, Alicia tells the lady she really wants to make this pizza mama business that she wants to start. She wants it to be up and running and working, and she wants her husband to take her seriously. And she asks the ladies what she should do so that her husband takes her seriously on this. And she also talks about how she really doesn't want to be financially independent on him. And whenever she needs money, she does have to ask him for money, which I can imagine is probably not fun at all. Let's see. While they're sitting there, Rosie tries to throw Alicia under the bus and says Alicia says she's always walking on eggshells around Liz. Alicia says, I didn't say this, and they get into a big heated fight. Alicia gets upset and says she would never say that. She never said that and would not say that about Liz because she's known Liz forever. They finally end up making up. But I don't know, Rosie's just trying to stir this pot so badly. I don't know, she will make good TV, but I cannot stand her.
But she won't make good friends.
Yes. I think Ashley is her only true friend, but she really wants to stir the pot, and she really wants these ladies to like her. Like, she's really trying to impress them. And I think it's because she's not from Rhode Island. That was episode 4. Southern Hospitality. This is Joe's party episode.
Oh, emu party.
Yes.
So they start with Michael has a sit down with the owner of the magazine that he did the photo shoot for.
Mhm.
And they discussed that they didn't know that he had been banned from the dating app that they were supposed to be advertising for the magazine.
What did he do to get banned? That's
He
wild.
says he doesn't know. I
I think he
can't.
knows. How do you not
Well,
know?
you only get banned if you show too much, I think, or send too
I
much,
mean,
and he was probably
that
sending
kinda
nudes.
seems like him.
Yeah. So he probably just sent a nudie, and they were like, no, you're banned."
Sent one too many nudies.
One too many. He probably got, like, "Here's your warning, 1, 2, and 3. The dogs are gonna fight." And
That's
no.
okay.
Yeah, leave. Sorry. They get crazy. And then Maddie and Joe talk about his drinking and his goals in life. It didn't go so well. They went back and forth, and Joe said, "I don't think you should be attacking me on the week of my birthday." Maddie's like, "It's also my birthday too. It's 4 days apart." But it was a cute makeup. It was kinda like they were trying to fight with each other, but then at the end, they were like, "Look, just let me have my birthday party and hug me." So it was a
Yeah.
kinda cute fight and then makeup, but
Yeah.
I don't trust men, sorry.
Yeah.
Joe says he's not one to say no, but about drinking. So when he talks to Maddie about drinking, he really
Yep.
can't say no to people when they offer him drinks and stuff. So that could lead into other problems,
Exactly.
which,
Yes.
yeah, so, and you gotta know when to slow down because now that you're 30, Joe, your
30.
body is
You don't
not
recover
going to,
for the same.
it doesn't break down the alcohol, it just turns into sugar, and then you're just tired.
Yep.
It gets harder to recover.
Yeah.
Julie and Brad. So Brad's at home. Yeah, Brad's at home cleaning, playing with his dog. Julie calls all frantic, freaking out, and says that Julie just got her hair done. So Julie is Brad's girlfriend. And so she said she was talking to the hairstylist or whatever.
Mhm.
And apparently Emmy's telling people that the night of the reunion, when everything happened and they were listening to Emmy's conversation, it happened to be Brad was drunk, wasted, banging on the door, and she was scared to death as she was naked in the shower. This has probably been exaggerated and twisted, like the
Sounds
game of
like it.
telephone,
Telephone.
but Emmy is not backing down. Emmy's not
No.
backing down on how aggressive he was towards her. And, women are allowed to feel a certain way. Like you're allowed to say it, but if you keep repeating it, it's like you're trying to make yourself believe that it's true. So
Yeah.
you keep on saying it, you keep on saying it instead of just moving on and
Mhm.
acknowledging that Brad is not going to accept your apology because he knows that you're fake and he doesn't
Yeah.
believe that your apology is genuine. And you can't help that. So Emmy is mad because Brad didn't accept her apology. So she is going to keep up with this rumor. She is
Yeah.
trying to get people on her side and believe that Brad is a bad guy. When, I mean, it doesn't, like, the more that you say it, the more you just look like you're trying to make it
Yeah.
come true. So while Julie's telling Brad does say something in confessions, and he does think that there's someone in Emmy's home telling Emmy and feeding Emmy these things to keep this era,
Well, yeah.
keep it
This
heated. And
kid,
yeah,
yeah.
she thinks it's his mom or Emmy's mom and her
No.
fiance.
Yeah, for sure her fiance. For
Because they
sure.
heard something through that wall. They were right next door, and Brad says they heard her mom
Her mom was there she was on the phone with her
on the
mom.
phone while Emmy was screaming and talking crap about everybody, and her mom was giving not so great advice.
Of course.
So then Brad also, he breaks character talking about it and says he needs a minute and runs to the bathroom, which also, either he was in his feelings or to me, it kind of made it seem like maybe Emmy does have receipts because the only receipt you would have would be the camera. And you can get a
Yeah.
camera view from that hotel of
Yeah.
Brad banging on a door and being aggressive if you are taking them to court. I think you have to have a subpoena to get footage
Why
of
would he bang on the door though?
because she said he was drunk and wasted.
Weren't they all though?
They were
I
all,
guess I
yeah.
guess Emmy doesn't drink.
Yeah, Emmy doesn't drink.
Forgot about that.
Um, and they probably went out after the reunion, and so, I don't know. Someone has to have receipts. If they heard the conversation, like, someone had to have
I'm
recorded it.
surprised
There's gotta
production
be a
wasn't
video
recording. Where's
of
production?
yeah, where cameras up. That's what they need to do. They need to roll cameras, they need to have an episode after the reunion, meaning
Yes, because
cameras
they
up.
always do it before and
Yeah,
during. Yeah, that'd be good.
that would be good. Let's
Yeah.
hit that to Bravo.
Mhm.
Bravo, are you listening?
Yes.
Allie and I have a plan for you,
I
and we
like
would
that
like to
idea, so we can hear
we
the gossip about what they talked about at the reunion
and
from
everything,
amongst the ladies, yeah.
a recap of the
Yes.
reunion.
Reunion recap, we'll call it that.
So, and we can be host that. We
We
can
can.
do something. Then Maddie and who is it? Maddie and Michael, I think. They go for a walk or talk or
Mhm.
something.
Mhm.
And Maddie has rebooked one of her canceled tour dates.
Yeah.
and they are planning on a Punta Cana trip. And Michael says that is where he is from. So Maddie says, "Can you help?" He says yes. They all get ready for emo night for Joe's birthday party. Joe's brother, not bad, not bad.
No, and he's in Chicago.
And his name is also Michael. And so, can you read
Oh, I
my
didn't realize
notes?
that.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, so Joe also inviting Leva to his birthday party was
Yeah,
so awkward.
that was
He couldn't get it out. It's like he
no.
stuttered.
Do you wanna like it was
Like
so
he has
weird,
like
like
a teacher crush
yeah,
on Leva. And Leva's like, "I'll come to your party. I'm
y
coming to your party,
yeah,
Joe." Or like either has a crush or is just terrified of her.
yeah, probably both.
Yeah, probably both. Emmy shows up to the party like Britney Spears.
Yeah, like, what do you not know what emo is?
Obviously, like none of her friends were like, "What are you wearing?"
Yeah,
They just let her walk in like that.
that was funny.
Lake brings her doppelganger
Oh my
to the
god,
emo part.
yes.
That was weird. That was
That
like
was weird.
she's obsessed with herself, kind of. And how
Yeah,
many dark people are
in Charleston.
yeah, like she
No,
happened to pick the one other
like
person that
3,
looks like her. That
or
was just
Vanita and her
yeah.
doppelganger, like
Joe is very happy for his emo party. It ends up turning out pretty big.
yeah,
So
I
I
did.
guess like he hired an emo party planner who does around they do a tour around the
Yeah.
United States and go to different clubs and they have emo night. So it turned out pretty good. Joe's happy. Ocean shows up. He
Oh
is
my
an
god,
old
I forgot about
castmate.
him.
He was a hot mess. Hot
Uh-huh.
mess. Remember, he was the one that was doing random stuff on OnlyFans, like pouring milk on himself. I don't remember.
What? No.
Yeah,
Doesn't surprise me.
he was an OnlyFan. He probably still has it.
He probably is.
Yeah, and he was just there to show off his body and do weird stuff.
He's a weird guy.
Yeah,
Him and Light.
him, him and Lake. Yeah,
Oh, didn't see that.
I didn't see that one coming either. I guess they hooked up after prom night from last season. Sally and Charlie show up.
Mm.
Charlie was invited by Ben. Sally, I think, came just as a friend, but she's also really close with Mia.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Ben said she has fallen in love. I don't know why I picked
Yeah,
that.
because he said that they were, had been together, the last, 2 days, haven't left each other's side.
They're inseparable. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's cute. It's a small town.
Very small.
Mia is getting dirty looks from Lake, like hardcore drunk dirty looks.
Mhm.
And so Mia just kindly walks up to her and tries to have a conversation. Lake gets loud and sloppy and is like, "No," and just starts like throwing cuss words out. Like you can just tell it's kind of high schoolish,
Yeah.
drunk, like just trying to start a scene. And Mia's like, "Look, I'm just trying to talk, but now I'm gonna be a bitch.
Mhm.
Like now you're putting your finger in my face and just doing a little too much." So that gets heated, raised voices, and everything. On the other side, Emmy takes Jules outside and they start talking about Emmy's false accusations and spreading lies. And Emmy gets heated and basically is like yelling at Jules and saying, "You weren't there. You weren't there." And Jules was like, "I was there, though. I was there."
Yeah.
So I don't know why she would be there, though.
Why Jules was there?
Why Jules was there because this is her first season here. Why would Jules be at the reunion?
Unless she was, waiting in the hotel room
Yeah, but
for Brad.
they've only been dating for like
Yeah, that's true. Unless, maybe
so
he's on the phone
they're
with her? I don't know.
yeah, I didn't understand that part unless like Jules is just trying to have Brad's back,
Yeah.
which I hate. I hate that. I wish women these days would, "Oh, I'm gonna have my man's back till the day I die, and I'm gonna keep the secrets forever so it doesn't affect our family." To me, it's just like, but you're enabling the male behavior. Like, there's gotta be a point where we just like, "No, you're gonna be called out. You're gonna be put on a website. Like, you're gonna be put on blast. And, we will deal with what comes." So, Yeah, that's how it ends. It ends with Brad and Jules talking about Brad saying he's thankful for Jules having her back. Her friend Emmy takes a smoke break and is just like freaking out and everything. And it's very weird. And her friend is actually saying, why don't you just drop it? Why don't you
Yeah,
just drop it and just stop talking
yeah,
about it? And
yeah,
Mia's like, I'm never gonna drop it. I'm never gonna stop it. So that's kind of where the episode ends.
yeah. The Valley episode 4. We start with Jesse, Tom, and Jason. I think this is the first episode we've seen Jason in. Meet up to do their nails at this men grooming place. Jesse
Okay.
is late, go figure. He said he was getting tested for rabies because a squirrel bit him. He was feeding a squirrel outside his house. So he wanted to go get tested for rabies. Tom says that he's going to a singles event with Lala and Michelle. And Jesse kind of jokes with him, like, oh, you're not going to go after Michelle. And he's like, nah, I'm not going to do that to you. And Jesse basically says, like, I'd be honored if you did. Jesse is still pissed at Janet for how she treated Lacey last year. While they were doing that, Michelle and Lala go to a jewelry store because Michelle wants to make her wedding ring into a necklace. And then make it into a necklace that she can kinda wear, but then she can always turn it back into a ring for Isabella one day, which I thought was a cute gesture and a cool idea.
That
Brittany and
is cute.
Jasmine take Kristen out because she is not feeling herself, since being postpartum and having a really hard time. All the guys, even Danny and Jason, meet up at a cigar shop. This was Luke's idea to try and get Jason and Danny in the same room and to
Mhm.
talk. Jason said, he is going to apologize and he is protective of his wife. Danny says he isn't here to be friends, and Jason says the same. They're all drinking, and Danny says, basically, I'm going to pass because of what happened last time. I don't want to be called names. Jason apologizes for the term that Janet used with Danny. I forget what it was, but it wasn't a good term. He also said Janet regrets using that word. Oh, and I forgot, Jesse, Tom, and Jason were doing their nails. They were kind of talking about the singles event at, I forget the spot, but the girl at the front desk overhears. And I guess her name is Summer. And she was like, oh, I'll be there. Oh, she shows up. So we're at the singles event now. And Lala and Michelle show up, and one of Michelle's friends shows up who is newly single, and I forget her name, but Michelle wants to set her up with Tom, and she told Michelle that she thought Tom was cute. So they're all kind of sitting around talking, asking if they're on dating apps. Lala says she doesn't do dating apps, but she slides into DMs. Then production asks her who has she slid into, and she goes, I'm not ashamed to say I'm not going to give you my laundry list of people, which I thought was funny. And then Lala goes, what about you and Tom? And she says no to Tom. She sees him as a kid. Tom and Natalie, Michelle's friend, hit it off. They go outside to smoke and they're just talking, shooting the shit, just whatever. Really cute flirting. They get back and that nail receptionist is there, Summer, and she kills the whole vibe. So, like, Tom is like, "Oh, you're here." Like, he didn't think she was actually gonna show. She goes, "Yeah, I'm here." And he's, like, sucking on the sucker, and she's like, "Where'd you get that? Can you, like, open one up and, like, put one in my mouth?" Like, it was just really awkward, like, totally killing the vibe. So then, like, Tom kinda, like, turns his back to her to talk to, like, Lala and Michelle, and she's still standing there. Like, she does not leave. Like, in my head, I'm like, "Leave. You need to leave." Like, he's hitting it off with Natalie, and he can't really do that when she's over here. And I think at one point, Lala kinda goes to Michelle, like, "Why is she still here?" Like, it was very awkward, like, she tries to join into their conversation. Kristen and Luke have a date night while Brittany, Tom, and Zach watch their baby girl. While they're out, Kristen says she gets frustrated with Luke because he did go out, but she says, "I only have 2 rules for when he goes out is to not sleep on the couch and to help me with our daughter in the morning." And he broke both of those rules. So she gets really frustrated. They both talk about how they feel about each other in the relationship and what's going on. And they kind of just air out how they feel and they don't really resolve it. So just new parent things. Did you want to do Beverly Hills?
Yeah, I did not.
I don't know if I remember it.
Okay, Beverly Hills Reunion.
Yes.
The theme is a drum roll. I thought it would have been I thought
Italy?
it would have been where they went to did they go to Rome? They went to
Italy, right?
Italy.
Yeah.
I
I
thought it
thought
was
so
gonna be
too.
Italy, but
Yeah.
no, ends up being Beverly Hills, Rio de Drive, and
Thought it was kinda dumb, but
there's
whatever.
a car on set. I just thought it was tacky.
Yeah.
Everybody's best dressed is Tilly. They don't show her yet in Reunion 1, but we
Yeah.
all know what her dress looks like.
Mhm.
And everybody's kind of wearing just nude colors.
Yeah.
Kyle and Erica both went with the black and white theme.
Mhm.
So, yeah. So I don't know, I kinda liked Dorit's dress.
It was
Kyle,
simple.
the tuxedo theme's outdated. I don't know. Erica wore like a black lace that was cute.
Yeah. I
Um
didn't like Bose's dress.
Bo said it was like 70 pounds or something like that. I was like, "Why
Yeah, she
wear
said
a
it was
dress? You're
heavy.
gonna be there for 8 to 10 hours on that couch.
Yeah.
You
Rachel's was
better be
okay.
comfortable." Yeah, Rachel
So
was
I thought
yeah,
something looked good.
Sutton looked good. I liked Rachel's.
What was Amanda wearing? It
Amanda
was
was
like a
wearing
loofah, like, on her shoulder or something.
yeah, she looked like a torn up loofah, but
Yeah.
she still came in.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. And then Andy starts asking everyone how everybody was doing. Everybody's like, "Yeah, we're doing great." Bose's got a ring on her finger. Erica's DJing. He congratulates Kyle. It's her 15th
Yeah.
season. She's second in line for the longest running
And
housewife.
housewife.
Andy's trying to like already bring positive vibes and trying to say, you think this will end up with positive spot for Dorit and Kyle? Kyle says, I hope so. Dorit is like, let's be real. Erica's like, no.
No.
She's just like, no.
Yeah. She was a hard no.
She was a hard no. Kyle says they recap. So they start off with Rachel and they recap Zoe's life. And it's sad for what she went through and stuff in her divorce. And she says she is thankful. She thought, the girls weren't going to accept her at first. And then she's like, the girls came in with open arms. Andy asked, did she do the show to get back at her ex? And she said it was a hard no. Zoe said she did say everything she felt in the show. She didn't say everything that happened with her divorce. Like, she didn't air it out
No.
completely, and that he is mad now that after things came out on the show. So, we'll see how that is. Andy asked if she is on good terms with his new girlfriend. She said, "Hell no."
She keeps it real.
Right. I mean, she's a ride or die. She's hardcore. She's
She
like,
is.
no, like that was the love of my life for like 25 years. Like you've
Yeah.
lost your mind. Zoe said that he did go to Christmas dinner. Zoe's mom made her invite him to Christmas dinner. He was in town with another friend and he ended up staying from like 9 till 1 or 2 in the morning. But she is dating someone else. She's dating someone else, but she couldn't explain what the guy does.
Yeah.
He's like a spiritual healer or something.
Yeah, that was kinda weird.
It was weird because she couldn't explain it.
Yeah.
When if you're dating someone that is like on the top of my list, like what
Yes,
do
I
you
wanna know
do?
what does he do? Yes.
Are you in the mafia?
Yeah.
Yes, no. Like it
Yeah.
should be simple. But
Yeah.
also again, if you were to ask me what my husband does,
Same.
I will still tell you that he works for a company and he answers questions for people who have questions about their computers. And that
Yeah.
is totally false. He's like,
Yeah.
that is not what I do. So,
It's like 2 jobs ago.
so I mean, I get it, but then it
At
was,
least you could explain what he did do in the past. She couldn't
yeah,
even explain what he
she
currently
couldn't say the
does.
company. She didn't even say his name.
No, she did not. But all she said is that he's a spiritual healer and he has not done it to her.
And I am not his
She's not
client.
partake yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So,
So after Zoe, they go and they do a recap of Erica and Erica's domestic abuse. And Andy asked her, like, how did you finally get out? And she was like, I called the cops. She's like, he didn't want to leave and I had no choice but to either, I had to call the cops or fear that
mhm.
losing my life.
Yeah.
She also admits that Tom was verbally abusive to her, and he
Yeah.
once did not talk to her for 6 weeks.
I feel like we
And
kinda knew this.
yeah, and told Sutton she won't visit him in the facility that he is in. But if there was Andy said if there was one question you would ask Tom what it would be, and it was like why he threw her out like that
Good question.
after all these years and everything that she gave. Because men don't care. Like we are a trophy. We sit on the shelf, girl.
Replaceable,
Yes, we are replaceable, whether we birth your
unfortunately.
children or not. At the end of the day, if I was to go tomorrow, my husband would find someone within 6 months,
Mhm.
like, guaranteed. So, everybody's replaceable. It's just how it is. They replayed Dorit's comment about asking her ask they replayed a moment where Dorit was at the dinner table having her moment, yelling at everybody, and tells Erica, like, "What are you going through? Like, what hard times are you going through?" And Erica's like, "Are you kidding me?" And then Dorit answers the question, like, Andy says, "Why did you say that?" And Dorit's like, "Well, because she never really talked about it. Like, it's never really been out there." And Erica was like, "It has. I've been in court. I've been in blogs for 26 I'm on a major trial case for 26 million. So it was hard because Erica was being sentimental and she was like, I don't really talk about it. That's why I have a therapist. And, she keeps certain things hidden, her feelings and emotions. That's why she has a
Mhm.
therapist. So she doesn't put the pressure on her friends, and her friends don't have to feel a certain type of way of comforting her because she doesn't need that from them. She gets that already from someone.
If someone knew.
And then Erica kinda butts in and says, "This is what we mean, Dorit, like, you need to feel empathetic for your friends," instead of, like, always saying it's about her and she's going through the Kyle feels that Dorit thinks, like, she's the worst situation out of everybody, like, what she's going through, like, nobody could compare to, and
Yeah,
it's just not fair. Dorit only sees her. She doesn't see
yeah.
other people. She wants other people just to talk about her, which I
Yeah, she
think I agree with Kyle. I agree, and Dorit says Kyle's wrong. She's like, "You're wrong," and then Erica kinda chuckles and laughs, but then Andy kinda flips it back and asks about her new man, and she's like, "I'm happy. It's been 9 months," and she's enjoying it. So they end up taking a break, and Andy kinda cuts off, and they have, like, an hour lunch, but when they cut off, Kyle and Dorit start chitter-chattering, and they ask Dorit Erica goes, "Hey, is that the Chanel makeup bag I gave
yeah.
you?" And Dorit goes, "Yeah, that's how much you meant to me." And Erica was like, "Yeah, that's how much you meant to me too."
Oh, I missed what Erica said, I couldn't make it out. Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah. So then they take a break, and then they come back and they recap Kyle's moment. And Kyle's moment is all about dogging Dorit. And so Dorit said that Kyle's comments affected the process of what PK and Dorit were going through because certain things were said, and Kyle would run back to Mo and talk about it. And then Mo would give PK the information, and then PK would use that to talk to her,
Sure.
being like,
Yeah.
"Well, I heard you're struggling," and all this other stuff, which is Dorit's like, "Well, how do you know I'm struggling?" "Well, you live in Beverly Hills, everybody's talking." And then after let's see, they take a break. Dorit said sh Dorit says it wasn't right to put it out there, and I don't have spending problems. Then Dorit tells Kyle, letting this narrative about my spending, the only reason I spent that money was because I was the only one that went into Zoe's friend's shop and spent money after Zoe invited us on this lavish, like this vacation and stuff. And now you're, trying to stab me in the back saying I spent too much when I was the only one that spent money. And I get
Does she
that.
but does she have to spend 4,000?
Yeah, I get that,
Like,
but you can buy one thing. And I think
Yeah.
she was trying to get, like, Zoe to, like, kinda, like, be like, "Okay." So, yeah, I Dorit says, "I hope you don't have to go through what I went through," to Kyle, and I hope that when you do go through it, that you'll realize my point of view. And then Andy talks about Dorit's home and foreclosure. She does say PK said last year he resolved it, but that he didn't. And he ended up, now they're really in foreclosure and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's wild.
So then Dorit says PK is in debt when I met him because they also replay a comment that Amanda said about Dorit about she outsourced her financial being. And so Dorit says PK was in debt when I met him and everything that we built together. So that's crazy because that's putting herself in a financial spot because of PK, she's basically saying, if he's in debt, I'm in debt. Everything, we're in on this together. Zoe says to Amanda, it's also insulting to other women who help their husbands build an empire. And sometimes, like, the women don't get the initiative because they're stay at home moms.
Yeah.
Amanda tells Dorit she is sorry for the comments. And then they go to Amanda and they recap Amanda. Basically, when Amanda's saying she has money and she likes to spend money and
Yeah.
she bought her home and just basically, saying that she did everything herself.
Without her husband, yeah.
Yeah, so the girls kinda try to tell her, like, "You can't do that. If you" like, I like the way Erica was trying to say it. Like, you plant that seed, and eventually that seed will grow into something. So what
Yep.
you say now may not affect you now, but when
But it
that
will later.
seed grows into a flower,
Yeah.
it's gonna affect your
And all these
relationship.
ladies have been there, done that, so I
Mhm.
feel like she should listen to them, but she's most definitely not going to.
Yeah, she's most definitely not going to. Because when you want that one person to help you
Yeah.
and someone who knows everything, so, I mean, he may not have been offended or may not have heard
I
his
mean, and
emasculinity.
he may be offended, but he could just be covering it up.
Mhm.
So,
So, and they give it to her pretty hard.
they do.
With some things, and so it just kinda goes back and forth. They don't really wanna get
And she sticks to
into
her
it because
guns, yeah.
it's nonsense. She's a manila
Millennial.
yeah, so I can't even say it because because she is. That's
She
just her way.
100%, 100%, mhm.
100%, and she says she likes to talk about money because she thought she was gonna be on this show, and this show was about showing how much money you have. And I'm like, "Okay, well, you haven't seen the show because
Right,
they're on the
right.
show because they
You
have no."
millennial. You millennial.
So that's how it ends,
Yeah.
and that's
So
where
we still
we
have Tilly. Are they gonna
t
bring Natalie out?
Tiddly, Natalie, and
And
Kathy.
Kathy? Okay. I'll end real fast with the Ladies of London, episode 9. We start back up at the party where Mark left because Margot asked him to come talk. Mark says he has nothing to say to her. So Mark said he's not scared to talk to Margot. He just doesn't have anything to say. She says, "Why are you obsessed with me?" And he says, "Have you seen you? Who wouldn't be?" It's just
Mm,
it gets very awkward.
mhm.
He said it's time for him to leave, so he leaves. And all the ladies are saying, that Margot shouldn't have confronted him like that, and I said, "Is that, like, a British thing where people don't confront each other? Because I feel like we do that all the time over here." So they were just kept saying that she shouldn't have confronted him like that. I'm like, "I don't think she did anything wrong, in my opinion, from watching this." She was just trying to confront someone who was talking down to her and saying, "What like, why are you talking like this to me? Like, let's talk it out like adults," and he didn't want to. The next day, Mark is back for a cheese trip. Once they get to their destination, Margot ends up having a really bad panic attack. And she can't even go on the tour, and two of the girls stay behind with her. Production ends up telling Margot that she should probably go back and rest, so that's what she does. While they're on the cheese trip, while they're on the cheese trip, they get to cook cheddar cheese. So they
Cooked
go actually
cheddar.
go, yeah, they like get to like I don't know, cook it, like put it all together. So it's kinda interesting. And then they go and see giraffes and they feed them. Have you ever fed a giraffe before? They have those long, like, purple tongues.
Yeah.
So they feed giraffes, and they get to see them up close and see, like, how tall they are. They go back to their little, like, villas or cottages, and they find out that Margot isn't there. She actually went home, and they try calling her, and she doesn't answer. At their last dinner on long leave, everyone gets invited to Lottie's house for, like, a little party. Martha tries to call Margot, and she is not answering. No one can get a hold of her. Then we go back to London. It's a week later back in London. Michaela comes to see Margot. Margot explains she had a panic attack the day of the cheese trip, and she's never had one before, and she said it lasted for a while and was awful. She thinks it was like a postpartum panic attack, so that's why it was as bad as it was, because she isn't
Believe that.
postpartum. I do too, and I forget that she's, like, postpartum
Yeah.
while, filming this, and I said I've been there and they suck, especially postpartum. They feel like they last for days.
For days. It's definitely a toll on your body.
Yeah. Michaela says Martha is in the middle of two really good friends between her and Mark, and neither of them are going well. Margot ends up sending a text to Mark about what happened, and we see 1 week later that Mark and Margot sit down, and that's where we end this episode. So just a quick short recap on that. We could buzz over to some Bravo news because I know there is some
There's
good
a lot of
news.
Bravo news.
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, they're gonna resume season 5 without Taylor, Frankie, Paul, and Dakota.
Thank God.
I
Thank
know.
Jesus. I mean,
'Cause
Taylor's
they're gonna
still
talk
gonna
about it.
they're
You
gonna
know what I
talk
mean?
about it,
Yeah.
and she's still
So
getting paid because she's a producer.
I feel like we're not gonna miss much. Kim Zolciak's Big Papa from Real Housewives of Atlanta dies at 68. The Good, Bad, and the Stassi, The House of Stassi is gonna premiere July 29th on Hulu.
I
I'm
mean,
excited to see
Lisa said, "If you
Stassi.
make my show big, I'll give you your own show."
Right, right. Supposedly, there's a spinoff of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives Orange County. It's going to center on a new cast of mom talkers, I can't say that, in Southern California.
They did.
It's going to
They
include
just put
Macy.
they
Did they?
just
So Macy's sister is going to be on it, and we'll see a bunch of new cast members. The big
really
news
fun.
that's been going around is the audio leak of the Summer House reunion. And
I can't.
there's what, like 3 of them now?
There's 3 of them. There's 3.
And they found out that it was not
See?
it was someone in production that leaked it, right?
It
Is what they
was?
confirmed? I
I
believe
don't
so.
know.
I believe so. And then
I
Michelle
hope
from
they
the
reveal
Valley
it.
is dating Dr. Dre. Did you see that?
Yeah. Get it, girl.
I know, right?
I
And then the
mean,
last big thing that happened was Steve McBee and his girlfriend. Did you see these texts that he sent his girlfriend?
no. I did, and they're ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. I mean, can I say I'm surprised? No, because
No.
that's how their dad treats women. So they're seeing exactly how their dad treats women
No,
and
no,
replicating
sorry.
it. So,
And then
is there
Cal went in there, and she
yes,
reposted
she
Cal's.
showed screenshots
She
of
and
her
then
conversations.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I
it's
believe it. After the episode last year when he snapped on his mom
mhm.
at the coffee shop, I knew right then and there that he is an
Yeah,
emotional abusive guy.
yeah, yeah. I'm wondering if this is gonna be bad for
I
McBee Dynasty going
I think
forward.
no, I think they quit. I think they chopped it.
Oh, did they?
Just
Good, good, good.
I think they chopped it. I saw
Because of
something
Steve
on here
McBee, the
like they're
dad?
canceling the show
Because of this or because of the dad going
because
to
of this.
jail? Because good, they should.
Up and Adam said Bravo show McBee Dynasty canceled after leaked DMs.
Good, it should be. I mean, I liked the show. I really liked it, but
Yeah.
I don't think he deserves airtime after
I think
these
he
text
should be
messages come
cut.
out. Well, yeah, I mean, just like Taylor Frankie Paul got caught from The Bachelorette, it's like something like this happens, there has to be a repercussion. Is there any other news that I missed? I feel like a bunch has been going on.
Yeah, I save everything.
I do too.
Kate Hudson and Justin Thorax, they were on Jimmy Kimmel and they did a reenactment of Alicia and Rosie on
Really?
The Real Housewives, and it was funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, that was I think there's just so much. It's crazy.
I
Kyle
know, I've
going on
just
tour, Amanda and Wes leaving after the reunion.
all together.
And then they just posted something else, like, I don't care or something like that. It's just getting out of hand, like, Amanda's just
It
ruining it
is.
for everybody, and it's just, like, disgusting. Amanda is the Becky with the long hair.
No, she is.
She's
I
Becky
don't
with the long hair, and it's really ticking me off because all the other Beckys are gonna think that it's okay to come out.
yeah. I mean, I kinda don't even wanna watch The City. I mean, I will, but I feel like we're gonna
So
see more of Wes and Amanda getting closer in The City. I don't know what she's gaining from this, because if they break up, she's gonna be the villain in all of this. Well, they both are. You know what I mean? Like, she's not gonna gain anything.
I feel like she would gain I think she has a lot she knows a lot, and I think the only reason that she's mean this way is because she has something on everybody, and that's the snake in the grass.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
person that
like Sierra said.
will get your darkest secrets, party
Yeah,
with you all
and
night,
use
get
them.
your darkest secrets, and put it on top of the shelf.
Yeah.
So, that's who
Yeah,
she
I don't
is.
know, the whole thing is still wild to me. I can't wait for that reunion,
I can't wait. When
and to
is it
hear
coming
more
out?
of
Do we
I
know?
think they said we have, like, 2 more episodes of Summer House, then they're gonna start The City, and then while The City is playing, they're gonna air the reunions.
Yeah. So, yeah, because Amanda's friend Katie is on the reunion, and she's getting a bit, like because of the 3rd video audio that was leaked, she somehow puts Katie in there because of some party that they went to.
Hmm,
And Amanda was like, "I was with my friend Katie, right, Kyle?" Or something like that, and Kyle
oh,
like, "Yeah, you were." So, I thought Wes leaked the video because Wes was the only one that wasn't talking.
yeah, he wasn't,
He
yeah,
wasn't talking in any of those videos, and to me, it's like, well, who's the one that's
yeah.
so, that was my initial thought,
I didn't even
but
think about that.
yeah.
That makes sense, though.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they said it was someone from production, because Bravo put out a statement saying that they don't stand for that.
And that's a wrap on the episode of Bravo's Moms Unfiltered. We hope you had as much fun listening as we did spilling the tea. Because let's be real, moms need unfiltered moments too.
Make sure to follow us wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss an episode. And if you love today's chat, leave us a review. It will help other Bravo loving moms find us.
Yes, don't forget to follow us on Spotify, Apple, what else?
Amazon Music.
Amazon. And then also Instagram.
Yes.
And yeah, like us,
That is
star
it.
us, give us your opinion, please, please, please.
Yeah. Yes. Until next time, keep the wine chilled, the drama on TV, and the mom life real.
See you next week, Bravo moms.
I'm reckless, offensive. I destroy your defenses. My guest list is priceless, and yes, I run a tight ship. Bentleys and